Please welcome Kathleen Somerville, the New West Film Fest director, who will introduce our next speaker, MazdakGharibnavaz.
So I don't have a bio on him. Oh, but it's okay. I'm just going to say his name. Okay. So I just would like to introduce our special guest. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. I'm sorry. MazdakGharibnavaz. And he's with Open Media, and I don't have your bio here, so just please come up and talk about technology.
All right. Thank you for that. Thanks for having me. My name is Mazdak. I'm from Open Media. Does anyone know? Has anyone heard about Open Media? A few people. Cool. So we are a nonprofit dedicated to working to keep the internet open, affordable, and surveillance-free. And I decided to keep things light by talking about government surveillance. So strap in and have some fun, because things are going to get a little bit heavy. Just as before I begin, I just want to say that most of this presentation is kind of based on Glenn Greenwald's book, No Place to Hide, that goes into all the revelations that came out of the NSA, the National Security Agency leaks, and all the quotes and all the slides that I'm about to show are top secret slides that were leaked, and so if you'd like to learn more, I would highly recommend this book. So who's heard of Edward Snowden? Most people. So Edward Snowden was a NSA contractor. He worked for Booz Allen Hamilton for doing basically intelligence work. He worked in NSA, CIA, many different places, and the things that he saw made him decide to leak a lot of documents. And from that leak, we basically gained a huge understanding on what is happening in the world through the use of internet. Many awesome things happen with the internet, many bad things happen with the internet, and it's kind of up to us to make sure that things don't turn out too badly. So when we talk about government collected data, generally it falls under two categories. Content, which is basically if you call someone or if you send an email, say, hi, how are you? That's the content, the message. There's also metadata. We heard about that in the movie. Metadata is basically data about data. It tells you who's calling who, what's the duration, where you're calling from, all the quantifiable number type of things. So because of that, you can tell that content is, because of its unstructured nature, it's harder to analyze, whereas metadata, it's very easy. Plug it in, you have all the numbers, plot everything, analyze everyone's lives. Metadata is basically like having a private detective follow you around. They stay back so that they can't hear what you're saying, but they see where you go all around town. They see who you're talking to, how long you're talking with them. So that also enables them to uncover additional facts that you wouldn't from content, right? When you're catching metadata, you're catching the data of the person that you're looking at and the persons that they're interacting. You're basically hitting everybody. Now let's talk about what types of data breaches there are. The NSA, which is the National Security Agency, they're the main intelligence of the United States, grabs data in three different ways. The first way is the direct intercontinental fiber optics cables. Now, basically with internet, there's huge cables that run under the oceans. They direct all the information between continents. And they've basically devised ways of grabbing data directly from those lines.